a Canva account, just go ahead and sign up for their free version. Just go to canva.com. You can sign up for their free version, or they have some paid versions here. Let me show you. Lots of different options. Pro, which is for individuals or whatever. Enterprise, if you're with a business or whatever. They have education or nonprofits. Yeah, so check those out if you're interested in those. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Remember, if you don't have a Canva account, first thing you're going to need to do is make one, whether it's free or paid. Whatever, the paid versions have more options than the free one does, but you can still do it with the free version. And I'm able to do everything just fine with just the free version, so right now. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is want to make that. If you already have one, great. We're just going to go ahead and get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the right top corner and I'm going to hit create a design. Okay, and now I'm going to search, and I'm going to search US letter. Sorry, give it a minute. It's being a little bit slow this morning. Okay, there it is. US letter document. We're going to click on that. Okay, it's going to take you to a new tab. It's still loading. Sorry. So it's taking us to it's going to take you to open a new tab when you hit create. And here it goes. And for this worksheet, I'm going to be making a worksheet for one of my lessons that I'm working on right now for subject and object pronouns. So I'm just going to be making one with the sentences where the students have to identify the subject and object pronouns in the sentence. So that's what I'm going to be making. Okay, here it goes. Sorry, it's being very slow today. I'm not sure what is going on. Okay, so over here you see this white rectangle shape here. That is your worksheet. Still being slow, I'm sorry. That is what the worksheet right here. Right now it's blank because we made a new one, obviously. Sorry, give it a minute. So they have all these free, I guess they call them templates or whatever, you can use when you create worksheets or whatever you're creating on Canva. Now, I use them a lot when I'm making like my lesson pictures or YouTube thumbnails or whatever, but when I'm using my worksheets, when I'm making my worksheets, I really don't use the templates that much. Templates, however you say that. But you're welcome to. If you see something you like and you want to make it with use it for your worksheet or whatever, just go ahead and do that. There's lots of options, and when you've used Canva for a while, they usually give you like the for you recommendations for what you want to use or whatever. Also, you can like search up here, so you could search like kids worksheets, kids games, kids whatever, or first grade worksheets, or if you have something in general, some pronouns like I'm doing right now or whatever. Now, if you have the free version, there's probably not going to be as many options, but if you have the paid version, you'll be able to access practically anything that's on Canva, and you might find something you like. So, and that's all over here on the left, right here. And so over here is our page, as I was saying, and usually the worksheets, it like zooms them out a lot like that. You can see it looks really small, but down here at the bottom towards the right, there's this little percentage right here in this line, so you can zoom in. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. That's usually what I do. Just zoom in a little bit, but not too much. I still want to be able to see the whole worksheet right here, but I want it to be as zoomed in as I can get it. I'm going to leave it right there for now at 39%. Okay, so as you can see over here, these are the templates that I'm not going to be using in this video, but basically it's just really easy. Whatever you want to use, you can just click on, and it'll just go ahead and pop up over here on your sheet. Now, the ones for the free version, all these are for the free version. If you hold your mouse over it, in the bottom right corner, it's usually going to say free. Now, if you get to one, let me see if I can find one that's not free right here. The ones that aren't free are going to have, in the bottom right corner, instead of saying free, there's going to be a little crown and it's going to say pro. And those are the ones that are only for the paid version of Canva. So those are the ones you can't use. For some reason, it is showing me all of the free ones. Usually I get a pro one. Oh, there it is, right there. A little crown in the bottom corner and it says pro. Those are the ones you can't use with the free version. Okay, we're not using these, so sorry I spent so long talking about them. So I've got my worksheet over here. On the left here, it's got a little bar and it's got like templates, elements, uploads, photos, all that. I'm just going to go straight to text because that's what I pretty much just use in my worksheets. There are some worksheets that I've used like emoji pictures and stuff on a verb lesson I did with actions, and I wanted the pictures there. But on my other worksheets, usually I'm mostly basically just using text for the most part. So first thing I'm going to do is there's lots of different like font you can use and stuff. Most of them is actually paid, but there are some that are free. So check those out if you're interested in those. Right now, I'm just going to be using the regular. I'm going to add a heading. So all I'm going to do is just click on the heading and I'll click add a heading and it's going to pop up over here on our worksheet. You can see it did. And for the heading is already in bold, which is how I want it because I want it to be bold. I'm just going to type what I want. So use your keyboard. Type whatever you want as your like heading or title, whatever. So I'm doing pronouns. So I'm going to type in pronouns. Okay, there it is. And so up here on the top bar, this is how you edit your text. So you can change the looks right here. If you click on this little on the left here, on the left of the top bar, this little box, and it's going to show you the recently used and the popular fonts and all that. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave it as it is. Right here is where you sorry, let me get rid of that. Okay, right here is font size. That's the size of your text. So you can go up or down. Right here, this is the color. You can change the text color. Now, for me, when I'm doing pronouns, I usually change just the first part of the word. So it'll be like nouns, and then I'll change pro to a different color. So I'm going to highlight pro, and then I'm going to click text color. Now, this is just changing the highlighted part, and I'm going to change it to this bright red. Okay, now I'm going to click on the other side of the page. See, it changed just the highlighted text. It didn't change the rest of it. Now, for the rest of the top of the bar, this is just bold, and y'all probably know what all of this is, right? And then effects, you can do effects for whatever. If you want to know what that is, just click on it. Now, I'm moving it. Okay. When I want to move this text, there's you click on the box. You have the box already clicked on, and then at the bottom here, there's this little move. But I'm not sure what you call that. Okay, now, well, one thing I love about Canva is they have the lines on the page so you know when you're in the middle of the page or whatever. So right now, I'm on that line, and I want it to be a little bit higher than that. So there we go. This is in the middle of the page because the line showed up. Okay, now that's what it looks like so far. Pronouns. Now I'm going to be adding like the directions part of the worksheet. So I'm going to click add a subheading. And it's going to pop up over here. And there's my subheading. And I'm just going to type out the directions first. So, I want these to be in bold. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the bold. And now when I type it out, it's going to be in bold. And I also want to change the size. So I want it to be a little bit smaller. I'm going to bring it all the way down to, I think, 22. No, that's a little bit too small. 23. 24. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm going to type out what I want to say. So I'm just going to say, look at the underlined pronouns below. Okay, that may have been a little bit longer than I needed it to be. But I wanted to be a little kind of detailed. Because I kind of have a problem with not giving enough detail, and then everybody is confused. So I wanted it to be detailed. And I'm going to give each of them like their own line like this. Now I'm going to move the box up here to the top. Right under this. I also might make it a little bit smaller because that is taking up a lot of the page right there. I'm going to bring it all the way down to 20. Oops. Each line all the way down to 20. And now I'm going to change where the everything shows up. So I had it set to all the sentences would be in the middle of the page, but I set it to the left side of the page when you're like normally writing would be. Sorry if that sounds confusing. I wasn't sure how to say that. Okay, so I got the directions and the title here, pronouns, and then the directions right there of what you need to do. And now I'm going to add my sentences that have the pronouns underlined into them. So I'm just going to add right here where it says add a bit of body text. I'm clicking that. And see, right now it started at 24. Well, my directions were in 20. I want the actual sentences to be a little bit smaller than that. So I'm going to go down to 18, I think, and hope that's not too small. Okay, my first sentence is a really easy sentence, and it is he drives a bus. Okay, he drives a bus. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to drag it until I like the position it's in. Oops. Right there. Okay, I'm going to add the next sentence. Change it down to size 18. And my next sentence is I ate lunch with her. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move it to right where I want it down here below. I'm going to give some room between the two sentences there. Okay, so I like how that looks right there. Now, because I'm not going to show you all everything about this page because this is going to be a very long video. If I show you all of the sentences I write out and everything, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put the lines under there and everything. So, what I would normally do is I just write out all of my sentences using the body text, change it to the same size, move them to be lined up together until to the bottom of the page, and then I would go over here to elements. On the left side on this bar that we had selected text, we're just going to hit elements. And this is going to take you to all kinds of shapes and everything you can put, just all kinds of shapes, pictures, whatever. Well, there's not that many pictures, but some that have to do with all kinds of stuff. Anyways, and they have on here, sorry, it's being slow again. There's some lines that I use. I use them a lot, and so I'll use that to underline the pronouns that I want them to identify, and then put the lines next to the sentences. I will use the lines for both of those. Okay, so here's the line I want to use. Sorry, everything is not done loading, but I'm just going to go ahead and click on the line I want to use, and it's going to pop up over here. Again, I'm sorry, it is being slow. Okay, there's the line, and it's nice and big. You can change the size of it. You can also, to change the size, you're just gonna drag these little balls on the side. You just drag it in or out, depending on how big you want it. And to change, sorry, you can change the color over here. Okay, again, you're gonna go in the top bar. You want to change the color. There's color on the way left over there. Also, you can animate your bar. There's just a lot you can do. But for now, I'm just going to make this smaller. You need to be careful when you do this too, because you can also change the direction, the angle that the line is going in. So just be careful when I'm doing that. Bring it in. Oops, and that's really small. Now I can use this to change the angle back. Give just a second. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to bring this up here under he, the underline of he. Now I want to use the same size of this. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click on the line, have it selected, right click on it, and then you hit copy right here. And then you're just going to right click again on the paper and you're going to hit paste. And it's going to make you a line the same exact size. And now I can put it under what I want to be underlined over here, her. I'm going to have to make it a little bit bigger for her because it's a bigger word. Move this one over. It's not under he, just exactly. Oops, I may need to make this one bigger too. Okay. Nope. It's still not big enough. Okay. Move that under. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, this does take, the thing about this does take time, because to get everything exactly how you want it, it just takes time, which is why I'm not going to show everything in this video, because I don't want to take up all of y'all's time. But basically, that's the biggest thing about making these worksheets is it just takes time and patience and getting everything exactly right. So just know that ahead of time. And basically what I would do is I would add the lines on the side, finish all the sentences, add the underlines, and then it would be done, unless I would want to add um any borders or anything. But y'all can do whatever you want to do, because if this is your worksheet, so you want to do something different, go ahead and do it. Also, this down here, oh oops, that's my zoom. Wrong one. Okay. So if I hit animate on here on the lines, you can make it pan, fade, everything, which is not really gonna make a big difference at all. Because it's gonna be a printout worksheet. So animate really doesn't do that much on the worksheet wise. And again, you can change the color over here by clicking on the color. And yeah, weight, you can change weight. Line weight, you can make it big, little. They start out at 5, but you can make the weight even smaller. So if I change it to 1, click over here where y'all can see it. Sorry, it's being slow. See how light it looks? So you can change the weight of the line by that. It's normally at 5, but if you want it lower than that, you just hit right here next to change color, weight. And I'm going to move it to, I think I'll probably leave it at 4. You can see what 4 looks like. Okay, it's a little bit smaller than 5. And a little bit not as full, but I don't want it quite as full. But that's how you change that. Okay, so that's the basics of it. I would just add the lines on the sides of the sentences and then add the rest of the sentences, and then it would be done. I hope y'all found this helpful. I'm sorry if I rambled. And I'm sorry if I took up too much of your time. Thanks for watching.